Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Larry Connolly, and today I'm going to go over a do-it-yourself project. And if you want to take your climbing sticks from this to something better, stick around and I'll show you how. I've used Hawk climbing sticks for probably the last 4 years. I started out using the Hawk Helium 30-inch sticks, which had 3 steps per stick. And 30-inch sticks were kind of bulky to try to get around in the woods in, so I switched up this year to the Hawk Helium 20-inch stick, which is much more compact and actually shaved quite a bit of weight. But Hawk sticks are that solid gray color and they stick out like a sore thumb in the woods. And I wanted something that would blend in a little bit better. One of the things a lot of people have done is they've taken these sticks and they've used stealth stripping on here. And that's actually great. I've used it myself and it's a great tool or addition to add to these sticks to silence them. With the new design of the Hawk Helium 20-inch sticks, I've had really good luck with the suction cups. I know that some of the things I've read online, people have had trouble with them, but I haven't. So they're actually really quiet, opening them up in the woods to be able to use them. But I wanted something better than this dark gray thing just hanging on the tree. So we're going to take you step by step into how I changed this into something that really blends in well with the background. So I hope you enjoy the video. To complete this project, you'll need the items listed on the screen. All of the items are listed below in the description. You can purchase these items at any local craft store or Walmart. Let's jump right in. So we'll begin with applying a gray primer. Now if you have nicks or scratches or gouges on sticks, if they're not brand new, you may need to sand those, and this will help fill in any imperfections. I applied a light coat on this, and remember you need to allow at least 30 minutes for it to dry, but that'll change with humidity and temperature. The next step in this process was to apply a dark brown, or the flat dark brown. I used a sponge for this and just dabbed it on. You'll need to fill this in however you want, so you can put it on as heavy or as light as you like. Just keep in mind, again, that'll affect your drying times. The next step that I've added into this was applying the light tan. Now the light tan will really start to bring out the pattern as we apply that. I used a sponge for this as well. I tried the loofahs, but I didn't get the result really that I wanted, so I decided to use a sponge on this. And you'll kind of see as I apply those on there, it just puts more color on and makes the pattern start to pop out a little bit. Again, put this on as heavy or as light as you like. I mean, you're going to have to design the pattern to what's unique to the areas that you're hunting in. You may need to use more of a different type of color than I did. This particular pattern just worked well for me in Kentucky where I hunt. Next color that I applied was the light green, the flat light green, and I went to the bath loofah for this. And I'll do a close-up here in just a minute, and you can take a look at that, and you can see the unique pattern that this puts on there. Again, just there's no rhyme or reason on how you put it on. It's just you dab on the paint as much or as less as you like to create the pattern. And here's a close-up of the way the green will stand out, and you can kind of see how the loofah leaves those patterns in there. The next color that I added to the stick was the flat black. The flat black I applied pretty sparingly. That's going to be one of your shadow colors, and you don't want to put too much of that on because it'll overwhelm all the other paint and the pattern that you've started to develop that you put on your sticks. So I would suggest using the black sparingly. And again, the loofah will seem to work the best with this type of paint. The final step that I used was I went back to the sponge, and this was with the off-white. And I put this on kind of heavy in the beginning, and then I go back and I kind of work that into the paint. So you'll see where it goes on really heavy here, and then I go back and it flattens the paint out a little bit. The last step will really bring this out, and you'll see this as we get up to this. So you can see that I just blend this in, and it starts to resemble tree bark or moss on tree bark that you would see out in the woods. The last step of this is to apply the matte clear coat. This does two things. One is it seals all the paint in, first because you started out with a base primer, and secondly is it will cause the colors in the paint to kind of pop out, and it adds depth to it. And you'll see as I add this on here that the colors get a little bit more intense, and it starts to add depth to them. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's an easy do-it-yourself project to camo your climbing sticks. This technique can be applied to ladder stands, tree stands, or saddle platforms. Pretty much anything that's metal or aluminum. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to click the bell so you'll be notified of any new videos that are uploaded. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.